Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, good day. Hold on, I was trying to get this thing set up here and I got I was reading here in the chat that yeah, you know what? I just put up the live, so that's why you probably didn't get a notification so quickly because I'm a little bit under the weather. When you have kids, you seem to get sick all the time. Though I don't seem to get sick all the time, but whenever I just got sick from the kids. So anyway, I'm a little under the weather today, so my energy level, hopefully, it will come up here after I have a coffee. But I've been sleeping all morning and I just got up like an hour ago. So, with that, thank you all so much for joining me. And today I'm going to talk about something that I'm getting a little bit I don't want to say upset about, but I'm getting a little tired of, if that makes sense. I feel exhausted from people just attacking me over the most insane stuff. But before we move forward, I want to thank you all so much for supporting this channel. It's really doing well and we're growing a lot and, creating this community that that I value a lot, and I value all of you here every Wednesday for our therapy session that we call. And if you're new here, I want to let you know that, oh, hey, Daniel, nice to see you, friend. And I want to let you know that we do shout outs here. So wherever you're from, and thank you for the love. I do appreciate it. Wherever you're from, I'm going to shout you out, and then we're going to get into some serious conversation here today. So, hey, Vicky. Okay, so here we go. The first one I think I saw was Iowa. We got Iowa in the house. So tell me where you're from, and then I'm going to shout you out, and then we're going to get into this conversation. So we got UK in the house. We got Ohio in the house. We got the Netherlands in the house, and Florida in the house, Illinois in the house. Right on, everybody. So watch, you're going to see something really cool here. Watch what you're going to see. Wales is in the house. Utah in the house. East Coast Canada in the house, Florida in the house, UK, Denver, Canada, Texas. Go Buckeyes. We got Brownsville, Texas in the house. We got New York in the house. We got Victoria, Australia in the house. We got rural Virginia, Sweden, Louisiana, Winnipeg, where my dad's from, upstate New York, Nevada. We got Israel in the house. Is that? Yeah. Oh, you're from Israel, but are you living there right now? We got Berlin in the house. We get some people from Israel here. Texas in the house. We got Idaho in the house where my sister lives. And so what I wanted to say was we got Bosnia in the house. We got California in the house. We got New Mexico, Idaho. I want to let you know that you're going to see a huge Scotland, Glasgow, Scotland, Berlin, Germany, South Carolina, the Panhandle, Idaho. We got South Carolina in the house, Massachusetts in the house. But did I say that right? Massachusetts, Berlin, in the house, Indiana. You're going to see we have built a worldwide community here. And if you're new here, this is one of the things I value is my Wednesdays with all of you and creating literally a worldwide. We got Simi Valley and Connecticut in the house. We've really created this really awesome community of people. And what's cool about the chat is that you all seem to be making friends with each other as well, which is so cool. I just love that you all sort of know each other. I see you all say hi to each other, and again, Arizona's in the house, Toronto's in the house. That's one of the things I just love is watching us create a more welcoming and East Tennessee's in the house, more welcoming environment where, God, the internet is just exhausting. People are just mean and nasty. And I don't mean everybody. I think you know what I mean. And also, being a person like myself, hi, Germany, thanks for being in the house. I'm open. You guys know that. I'm pretty here to make conversation, and I'm pretty here to try to build bridges with people. We don't have to necessarily agree, and we don't even necessarily have to like each other. But I think what we have to do is come to some idea of, well, maturity. Maturity is very, very. Thanks for being thanks for being a friend of mine. It really does make a difference to make this channel happen and to have the support from people who don't necessarily 100% agree with me. But I think what I was going to say was I feel like there is just some missing thing that has happened with humans. And I do blame the internet on some level where we no longer can have a dialogue with each other. You have to be this side or that side, or you have to find somebody to blame. That is why I'm calling today the blame game, because I am so sick and tired of a group of people, and I'm going to say this, and I hope that you understand what I'm trying to say here, And I don't mean it in a sexist way or a misogynist way, but it seems to be mostly women who come and attack me to no end. There is this lady, and I'm going to bring her up here. She has a lack of a better expression, a hard on for me, and she will not stop. She is blaming me for her child going through some kind of weird transition thing. She is blaming my adult entertainment work. She will not, she's relentless. She is like an animal. She's like a pit bull. She has my ankles and she won't let go. And I just keep telling her, go away. It's okay that you don't like me, but stop. You cannot blame me for your child. So I'm going to get right into this, people, because, like I said earlier, for the people who just showed up, I'm not feeling so great today. I caught something from my kiddo, and I'm hoping I can make a whole hour. My throat, everything is just a mess. But anyway, I'm a little bit perturbed by it. And I really want you all to see. I think you know me. It's why you show up every week. I think you know me. I'm very honest about my background. Okay. I'm never going to apologize for my work in pornography ever. I'm never going to apologize. So if you're here to get an apology, you're not going to get it. Because I don't believe what I did is a bad thing. I believe what I did was a thing for me and for other people, not only to enjoy my work, but also to learn how to love their bodies. Whether you like that or not, I can't control how you feel about things. I did everything I did as an adult. Okay, and just so you know, thanks for being a member, friend. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for joining the channel. I need you to understand how important this is to me. Of course, there are always bad parts of every industry, okay? Everything we do, there are bad people. There are people who take advantage of things. There are people who do things that are bad. And the adult entertainment business is no different than that. But I also want to let you know that there are good people who work in that industry, and that industry is made for adults. It is not made for children. It is not made for people who don't want to see it. It is literally made for people who want to fantasize about certain things. And I am really tired of this idea that I did this bad thing and thanks for being a member, friend. Thank you. I'm just tired of this woman. She's relentless about me and my adult work. And so she wants to blame me. She literally wants to blame me. And she's not the only one. There are tons, but this one seems to really have a hard on for me. She cannot stop. So today I've decided that I'm going to show you some stuff, and that's why it's called the blame game. And I'm going to show you some stuff about how we're not going to create solutions. And I'm going to show you that people don't necessarily, thank you for being a conservative Christian person. This is such a great, I'm going to bring you up because I think this is I'm going to show you. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you. I'm going to show you. Listen, I'm a Christian conservative person. I don't have a problem with adult entertainment for adults. Look at that. You are a mature adult. That's what I want people to see. Okay? That's what I want people to see. Hold on here. I'm going to show you the tweets. Watch. I'm going to show you. In Sweden, we have the word lagom, which is in the middle. Maybe more people should practice it. I agree. Sweden is a really awesome place. I love being there. It was really great. So, yeah, you're right. Sickness is everywhere. I see what you're saying. It is, but here's what I want you to see. You've got to choose your battles accordingly. It's very, very important. You've got to choose your battles. And am I really the person you want to choose a battle with when I am out there fighting for these children to not transition? You all know my stance on it. You all know my stance on it. I do not believe children should transition. I do not believe there's anything such as a trans kid, okay? I do not believe kids should be subjected to any kind of adult video, film, or anything like that. I do believe we have to have a sort of sexual education in school so kids don't get pregnant and kids understand that pregnancy can happen and that you can understand your body growing. These are mature things. I believe that children need to understand their body growing at a certain age. A 6th grader doesn't need to know it. Maybe an 8th grader does. But geez, people, what's going on? What's going on that you make me the blame of the reason why children are transitioning, and my pornography is the reason why children are? That is the most absurd. And this woman is supposedly a lawyer. That's the more insane part of this. But she is going after me. And I'm telling you right now, she's making a big mistake. A big mistake. Do not come after me, lady. Do not do it. Because you're not only going to not fix the problem, okay, but you're wasting all your supposedly valuable time on me instead of the real culprits, okay, which are the trans activists pushing puberty blockers, the medication, the doctors, WPATH, all of them, to come after me because your child. So I want to show you this because I think it's very, very important that you see this. Hold on, I have to share the screen here. So this is what happened to me this morning. Hold on here. And it's just so upsetting. I mean, really, it shouldn't upset me. But the only reason I think, oh, thanks for being a member for 2 months. Thank you, friend. The only reason, I'll tell you the only reason, it's not her per se that upsets me. What upsets me is, stop it already. Stop it. Just stop coming after me. Stop blaming me because your child did X, Y, and Z. Stop blaming me because I work in the pornography business. Stop making me the scapegoat for a bigger problem because I am not the problem. Okay? I am actually part of the solution. I am literally part of the solution. But for some reason, you need to make me your problem. That's why I think you are not actually for making change. I think you are not actually for helping to create a better solution for these children. Okay, so look at this. And you all tell me, you can all of you can tell me whether or not you feel that I'm overreacting or that maybe what I read is wrong, but I really want you to see this, okay? So here, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked here. So hard. It's just fucking gross. Okay, so here. So can you all see that? I think I'll try to make it bigger. Hold on here. Let me try to make it bigger. There. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you all. Okay, so this morning I get this message from this crazy lady. Here she is right here. Okay, so she says, let me tell you why my daughter temporarily decided to escape being a woman and adopted a transgender identity. So this is her telling us why her daughter did it, okay? At 11, she was exposed to porn. Right out the gate. Right out the gate, she's the reason why my child did this was because they were exposed to porn. Right out the gate. Are you actually insane, lady? You think your child wanted to escape being a woman because of pornography at 11? That just sounds, first off, that just sounds insane to me. That sounds completely insane and off your rocker. Wow. First off, why don't you look at yourself as a parent? Okay? Because if your child is having access to pornography at 11, I'm in the business or have been, and my child has no access to that. I sat his ass down as my partner did, and we said, no, you will not. This stuff is here. You don't look at this. So how dare you, first off, say that, okay? Because that just shows you what a wingnut she is, as far as I'm concerned. She's immediately blaming other things, okay? At 11, she was told she could change her sex by her school. Well, that's the school. That's the school, which we all know the schools are doing weird stuff like that. Okay, at 11, she saw porn where women were subjected to the most disgusting activities. I'm just blown away that this woman is actually saying this at 11. Right on. Where was she? Why is your child at 11 being exposed to all of this stuff? Okay, where were you, lady? Were you at work? Were you going out for drinks with your friends? Where were you at 11? How come all of a sudden now you're figuring this out? Because if you knew at 11 your child was being exposed to all this, right, that's what I said. Someone said call CPS. Exactly. You're a bad mother. But I digress. Let me just finish showing you her blame game, okay? Okay? At 11, she began to run from her body, thinking that to be a woman, she needed to be like the women getting choked, having the word in their faces, being banged, So at 13, as she became a woman, she said she was a man. So I find this very fascinating. This woman got in depth in her description. In a description, she described the actual movies in detail. That is actually shocking to me. That says to me that this lady knew exactly what her child was actually watching. Okay? She blamed a specific kind of adult movies on this. Do you find that kind of weird? I'm like, wait, why did you have to say what kind? Hold on here. I want to bring this up right here because this is important. Buck, you are giving this lady a platform that she would not have if it had not brought... Nope, that's not true. I'm going to disagree with you, Johnny. I'm actually going to disagree with you. This woman is actually a very big deal in the women's gender critical movement. Everyone knows who she is. She's already has a huge platform. It's why I am saying this, because this woman doesn't care about children. She cares about herself. Okay, so I appreciate you saying that, but I'm going to disagree with you on that. Everybody already knows who this woman is if you're in the gender critical space. Okay, Stardust, hey friend, thank you. Typical, refusing to look inward and reflect on her own failure, bad choices that resulted in her child being exposed to... That's exactly my point. Thank you for that. That's exactly my point. She is literally saying the most insane stuff here. She actually gave a blow-by-blow. Hold on here. She gave a lack of a better expression, but blow-by-blow of the type of adult movies this child was watching. What? So here comes the part that I really want. That is why at Buck Angel is no friend to parents. She was and is part of the industry that tells kids sex is brutal, that their bodies are meaningless and only designed for taking abuse. The trans porn connection is real. Wow. Can you even believe she just said that about me? I'm just going to sit here for a minute and let that sink in. Would you think that could be defamation of character? Would you think that? If any of this were to be said about you, would you find that to be defamation of character? She said things about me that are 100% a lie in her opinion. That is why Buck Angel is no friend to parents. Every parent in this room today knows that's not true. I'm also a parent. She was and is part of the industry that tells kids sex is brutal. When have I ever done that? And that's just a complete 100% total lie. Total lie. Never would I say that. Never have I ever said that. And in fact, I've said the opposite of that. Okay. This is a lawyer, by the way. This is an actual lawyer. Oh yeah, that's happening. I've already got a lawyer. You can't say that about me. I'm shocked that this woman is a lawyer. I'm actually shocked. It's character assassination. It's defamation of character. It's blaming me for something. Okay? Okay? It's so insane that she would say this about me. So the other thing is I think you are actually allowed to say things about people on the internet. I think you are. And, I'm just not... I don't know. I'll figure out the whole legal part. I feel more in power to show the world. That's how I feel empowered. Going through lawsuits and it's 100% defamation of character. There's no doubt. Okay? No doubt about it. And I don't know if I even want to waste my time with this insane woman. I just want to expose her. Okay? I want to expose her. So, this is the kind of nonsense I want to keep showing you people. A person like her does not want solutions. She is a bad parent. She is clearly a bad parent. So instead of taking responsibility for her crappy parenting, look at this. At the age of 11, her child was watching this stuff. Wow. And then she tags all these other crazy, actually Jennifer is a friend of mine. I actually interviewed Jennifer. I don't know why she's tagging Jennifer. Jennifer happens to be a friend of mine, I think. I actually did an interview with Jennifer. So I'm not sure why all of a sudden she's tagging people who have supported me. But you see, she's trying to create a divide. She's not trying to find solutions. She wants to create a divide. Oh, I would like to ask I would like to ask this to you out there, and I want you to be completely honest. Do you think I'm fighting for the children here? Do you think that I have a very strong argument to help to fight? And you could do a this or a this. Do you think my presence in fighting to help children not transition is part of this fight to stop transitioning? You can do this or that. Or do you think that me being here is not a good thing and I should stop fighting for the children and I should just walk away from this because of my work in the adult entertainment business? Do you think it'd be more powerful for me to walk away and not be a voice for these children anymore? Or do you think that what I'm doing is going to help dismantle this insane idea of transitioning children? I'm here for the kids. I'm not here for my ego. I'm not here because I want to be this popular trampa and help. Nope, I'm here, okay? I'm here because I want to make sure children never do what I did. So, thank you. I see what you're all saying there. And I might be preaching to the choir at this point, but the fact that this woman would say these things about me and blame me for her seriously bad parenting. She's a horrible parent. At 11, your child was watching adult films? How is that possible? And where were you as the mom? Your past does not define your present. Also, it's my choice. It was my choice. Thank you. It was my choice to work an adult. Nobody else's choice. It was a choice I made and a choice that I still stand by. I'm not going to apologize for my work there. It was for adults. What's wrong with everybody? What is? Let me tell you this. Buck, read the thread. That's still not my problem. Buck, read the thread. She was exposed to it through boys. That's what you say. How do you know that? How do you know that? That's what this crazy woman is saying. You believe anything this woman says? I don't believe anything this woman says. In fact, it's called bad parenting. She's a horrible parent, and she needs to take responsibility for her bad parenting. Now she's going to blame it on everybody else. She's going to blame it at the boys at school. She's going to blame, okay, she is a bad parent. And she did not take her child out of that school and get her child into a different school system, okay? She's blaming other 11-year-olds on this, okay? No, I will not in any way, shape, or form let her get out of that. She is a horrible parent. And now she's going to blame people like me and people like you and people who are adults on her own bad parenting. So she can say whatever she wants. Bottom line is she's responsible for that 11-year-old. And she's responsible for what that 11-year-old sees and does at school. If that was happening at my kid's school, I would yank his ass out of there so fast and get him into a different school or homeschool. That's what I believe. So she's just a bad parent. She's a horrible parent. And instead of just sort of dealing with her own stuff, she's going to totally blame people like me. And people like you. Okay? So with that was just really why I started this conversation today, because I'm refused. There's no way these people are going to blame me because they're so weak. So I think what I wanted to also show you is, you all know me. You all know me. I don't take any crap from anybody. You are not going to write that about me and get away with it. I want you to see this. So you want to see my comeback? Do you all want to see my comeback to her this morning? It's pretty hilarious. You know when you're kind of not feeling good and you're a little bit edgy? That's me. I'm not feeling so great, so I'm a little bit edgy. I have to read you my comeback because I think you'll all enjoy it and I think you'll all laugh along with me. Okay, so also, you picked the wrong dude to fight with, lady. You really did. Okay, so watch this. Here's what I said to her. Maybe hide your porn better and not under the bed where your children can see it. You are so insane. Seriously, how dare you blame me for your shitty parenting? I have said time and time again, children should not transition. Choose your battles, and I am not one of them. F off and have a great day. So I'm just laughing because, like, really, lady, you think I'm just gonna sit here and let you like totally drag me on the internet? You gotta be kidding me. I'm like the oldest tranny on the block. I've had my face punched in, right? Okay, so big question. If her daughter didn't want to be a woman, right? There's something else going on there. After seeing women in corn, wouldn't seeing Buck as a trans man in corn convince her she doesn't want to be a trans man? I mean, come on. The fact I'm too easy. I'm too easy of a target. I'm too easy to blame because I've been in the adult entertainment business. I'm a transsexual man. You know what I mean? I'm older. It's so easy to use me as the little scapegoat for these crazy people. They're crazy. That's why they seem to can't understand. Wouldn't you want me on your side? Wouldn't you actually want me to be here to go testify in the court of law that says children should not be doing? Wouldn't you want that? Here's the deal, people. You're never ever going to get rid of pornography. Ever. Ever. Okay, so let's just be honest with each other here. You're not. You're just not. Number one. Number two, you're never ever going to get rid of transsexual people. Ever. It's not going to happen. Okay? What we are going to do, thank you for that. I appreciate that. What we are going to do here is bring back sanity, okay? Sanity. And what we're going to do is we're going to get back to a space that says children just need to be evaluated, move forward, find out what's going on with them. They don't need to have a capability of transitioning. Stop telling kids they can change their sex. Get them back into a space where whatever's going on with them, their trauma or whatever, we can figure out. Pornography needs to be put in a tighter spot. Here's the problem. When I did adult entertainment, this didn't really exist, okay? This phone thing, this didn't really exist. I worked in a platform called DVD, okay? And then eventually it went into the internet, and that's when all my stuff got stolen and put on torrent websites, and it just became a disaster. When I worked in it, you had to walk down to the adult entertainment shop and rent a DVD or rent it VHS, okay? It was much more guided and it had a much more structure. Then the devil joined. And once the devil joined, anybody could do this, okay? Even underage people could do this. And they started uploading this crap on the internet, and it became a free-for-all, which then became accessible to the P people, okay? The PDFs. So the PDFs had an opening in order to create a space where they could lure kids into this. And that's the problem. Is that now we open the door for psychopaths to have access to young people through adult entertainment, right? Through TikTok, through Instagram, through all of it, okay? So that we have to hold these platforms on some level. If you silence the resistance in the community, there will be no resistance for these kids to see. Okay, that's a good point. Definitely. That's a good point. The problem is, right, and then the revenge stuff came on. And then it just opened the door for all the psychopaths to do whatever, right? So we have these platforms called TikTok, Instagram, X. I get adult entertainment going through my X stuff. And it's a free-for-all now. So I think people need to understand where I came from was a much more structured space, and only adults could rent my DVDs or at some level start to get them on the internet. We used to have a much more structured space. We had to put in your ID, you had to put in a credit card, right? Kids don't have credit cards. And it really made it so it wasn't so accessible. Now it's accessible. And it's a huge problem. I will continue to tell you that. It's a huge problem. I do not believe children should see any of that stuff, okay? It's fantasy that goes off the deep end, Okay, not everyone should watch adult entertainment. Some of it is actually crazy. Some of it is just whatever. It helps people. Some people like it. Doesn't mean you have to watch it. That's the problem now, is that it's because it's accessible, we think that everyone is exposed to it. On some levels, they are, but on other levels, they're not. It's not good. I will continue to tell you that it should never, ever be in the front of a child's eyes. How it gets there, we need to lock it down. We need to have bigger laws around this. We need to figure out why it is so easily accessible to young people. Okay? As somebody who has worked in the adult entertainment business for many years, I have always advocated for a much more structured environment, right? And also, maybe kids shouldn't have phones. I agree. My kid has a phone, but he's only allowed to use it for certain things when he's at school. He can't just be on the internet, surfing the internet all day long, right? So I just think that we need to come back to. You can send me a message, Julie. The email is buckangelmanagement, mgmt at gmail, or you can send it to buckangelentertainment at gmail. I just don't understand this idea that porn is the ultimate problem. I really don't. I just don't. It's not. It feels like everyone's attacking even their own friends now. I'm constantly confused what side people are on these days. Thank you, Lizzie. I agree. Some of these people were once I would consider of them friends, right? It's why I don't make friends on the internet anymore. I refuse to even give people any. Okay, I'm not going to be friends with people on the internet anymore. I'm just not going to do it, because then they turn on you when all of a sudden they get sidelined by crazy people like this lady who is blaming me for her child. So let's read some of these comments here. I want to read some of these comments to you that people said to this woman. Okay, so let me go here, and then so now she's trashing me, and then this is my friend here, Tia. She wrote, "Don't hang your bad parenting and lack of communication with your daughter on Buck, dumbass." Okay. And then Aaron writes, "Thank you for your thoughtful retort." Oh my God, Aaron, you are so embarrassing. And so Elaine writes, "How was your 11-year-old exposed to porn?" Is this one of those situations where you fail to protect your kid and now you're trying to blame others? Thank you, Elaine. So some people actually do have an understanding of what this woman is trying to do. This woman is trying to drag me through the mud. This woman is trying to blame me for her insanity. She has something going on with her. Okay? So I want to find I'm sure there's going to be somebody like literally telling her what she did was right here. Let's see. Maybe be a dumb question, but do you know where she saw porn? It seems impossible to prevent kids from. So here, she puts this up, right? So she's going to blame this again. Something she probably wrote, okay? During the lockdown, 13-year-old ADHD girls were forcing each other to watch vile corn, endless images of femboys and other unspeakable monstrosities in their Discord accounts all day long. Okay, let me ask you all this. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is it during lockdown that these children were on, forcing. Thank you for saying that. Whose fault is that these children were on Discord or whatever they were? Right. Forcing each other to watch this. These are 11, 12, 13. Do any of you have kids here? Cousin or anything like that? How many of you? How many of you? Me, I do. I'm around kids. I'm around I'm around the kids at soccer. Okay, you have 3. See, watch. I bet a lot of you are around kids here. Now, do you believe that kids were being forced on Discord to look at this? If that was happening and my kiddo was on that Discord, he would leave. This is what I know about him. He would actually leave the Discord. He would not be comfortable with it in any way, shape, or form. He would know that it's wrong, and he would other things. And I really want to know why are people saying this about that? Why are people saying that it's the Discord? Huh. That's interesting. I got kicked off my own platform. I got kicked off my own platform. That's kind of interesting. I'm back. But I think that's weird. Am I going to be a conspiracy theorist? I used a program called StreamYard. I will contact them. It's suspicious. Remember last week when I had um, Aaron on talking about the transition? Same thing happened. He got kicked off. Right. It was that lady's fault. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being a little bit about conspiracy or that was weird. That's never happened before. Second time it's happened. I have a very strong internet connection here. Okay, somebody report. No, usually what? Yeah, maybe somebody reported, but I don't think that they do that. It's never happened to me before. No, but YouTube works really great seamlessly with StreamYard. I've been using StreamYard since I've had this platform, right? I think you have too much evidence for it to be a conspiracy. Good point, Fred. Good point. I have way too much evidence. Maybe it's because we're talking about the corn word too much. So I'll start saying corn instead. Why can't we say the word? Why can't we say the word? Don't you all find that to be very strange? How come we can't? It's legal in this country to make those kind of movies. It's not an illegal business. It's actually legal. I'm not talking about dealing drugs. I'm not talking about other kinds of illegal activities. I'm talking about a legal business. I don't understand. Parents should watch kids' phones as they do everything else. By the way, I don't get notifications from you anymore. Okay, well, we're going to have to talk to YouTube about that. It's speech policing. So with that, let's continue to look at what this. Oh, did I lose? I lost all my videos, everything. Hold on, let me see here. Let's see. I want to look at some more of this lady's the comments that people made. Okay, hold on here. Hold on. So then it says, I'm 100% correct about buck and corn. I have posted on X numerous times about Elon Musk to remove it. As we all know, children can access X, and the rest of us don't want to see it either. Corn should not be protected by the First Amendment. And I just get, who are you? First off, it 100% should be protected by the First Amendment. Okay, so here's how people are so hypocritical. Just because you don't like corn doesn't mean it shouldn't be accessible to other people. How dare you say that? I don't want to be exposed to maybe what you're into, okay? I don't want to be exposed to your stuff. But as a free speech advocate, an absolutist, you should be able to say and do what you want. I just won't watch it. I just don't like Disney Channel. I hate the Disney Channel. I think it's stupid. I don't like any of the stuff that they put on there. So we don't watch the Disney Channel. But what if I decided to make a whole big deal about the Disney Channel? We should take the Disney Channel out. It is gross and dumb and stupid, and we should get rid of it. And it's exposing children to fantasies that they shouldn't ever see because they can't be Dumbo. That's actually what I believe there are. How dare you tell me what I can and cannot watch? It doesn't work that way in this country. If you don't like it, move to another country. But free speech means we all get to see and do what we want to do as adults. How dare you? That these are these people that are totally making me so mad. Hey, Crazy Socks, keep kids off the internet and open chats. The internet is truly a dark place. Coming from an adult with a phone who was once a child with a phone. Thank you, Crazy Socks. If your child is on the phone, on the internet, it's your fault they see corn. It's literally your fault, nobody else's. Stop blaming everybody else for your bad parenting, right? Just stop it. No, children shouldn't be on X. Why are children on X? Do you think children should actually be on X? Come on, man. Children should not be on X. It's disgusting. This is but one of the myriad reasons we focus on abolishing. Good luck. Good luck. And then here's Crazy Lady again. Here she is. Blame the parents for societal ills. When I have heard that before. So, no, you just don't take responsibility for your parenting, Aaron. So blame everyone else. I bet we could dig up some stuff on you. Clive, my buddy, says, how did your 11-year-old kid get access to all that corn? How? Let's see. And you notice how that Aaron doesn't answer any of those questions? Notice that? Notice how Erin doesn't say anything about how her 11-year-old got access to corn. None. Zero. She only goes to the ones where people are saying, okay, we need to fight those perverts. Oh my God. People are so immature. It's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable to me. Literally blaming other people for your bad parenting. It's just... Okay. Hold on here, kids. I'm going to bring up a couple of these things I wanted to show you. These people are crazy, you guys. Hold on one second here. Hold on. I want to bring this up. We need to laugh a little. I'm so over it. I'm just so over it. Seriously. Hold on one sec. Take a drink. I got some good things to show you here. You all know the CEO who was, as far as I'm concerned, murdered. You can think what you like, but he was murdered, and people are acting so insane about it. But we have so many bad people, bad players. It's ridiculous. So I want to show you this. I just did a reaction video about jump scare. I just did a reaction video about the CEO because I'm disgusted how people are like actually saying, woohoo, he's so handsome, woohoo, I want to puke. I actually want to puke. We're not gonna solve any problems in this country when you act so insane. Plus, aren't these the same people who are anti-gun, who are celebrating the actual murder of this guy, right? Aren't they, right? They're the same people who are anti-gun. They're the same people who are talking about how their whole reason why school shootings are happening is because we have guns out there, blah, blah, blah. But then this wingnut, Luigi, decides to blow away some CEO, and everyone's so cool about it. This is exactly what's happening in our world. Like, you can't justify it. That's right. You cannot justify what that person did in any way, shape, or form. But the fact that they would call him hot is so sick. It is sick and twisted and weird. And it's literally where, yeah, I think he just got busted. Terrorist. I think they're calling it terrorism or something like that. He's going down. Okay? He's going down. So, you can think that porn rots people's brains. I have no problem with okay? I don't care. Yeah, that's right. Here, this is a good point right here. Do I think porn is rotting men's brains? Yes. I will disagree that I don't think all men, okay? That's a blanket statement. I think some people get addicted to it and it becomes a very unhealthy obsession, like alcohol, drugs, all kinds of things. People can become obsessive on it and it becomes unhealthy. I'm 100% in agreement with you on that, right? But the Supreme Court already said corn is free speech. Move on, crazy people. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I do believe that it can become very unhealthy. And we've proven that. People can get way too into it. So this idiot JVN, who's that hairdresser dude, he loves this guy, Luigi.
Not going to kill me.
He's making fun of him. Wait, hold on.
I'm sure you're not going to kill me. Unless you are. And then let me just say that my hole will crack your face
What? Dude,
to
what?
millions of pieces. So fuck off. I'm just kidding. I love you.
It's gross, you guys. He's obsessed with that Luigi guy. That was his comedy act about the McDonald's guy. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know. I just, my brain feels rotted out by TikTok more than porn. I mean, honest with you. I'm just like, who are these people? Right? How do we get people to have a different opinion about the corn business? How do we get people to see it as more of a business for adults? Okay, like strip clubs. How about like strip clubs? Do you think strip clubs should exist? And do you think that profession should exist? Or do you think that that profession should not be around? And do you think that all women who are particularly in this business are being abused, don't know what they're doing, are being subjected to all kinds of abuse and stuff? I really want to know. Do you think that we should alleviate strip clubs? Because on some level, strip clubs are in the same level as adult entertainment, right? Yeah, strip clubs should exist and men should be able to strip. That's right. 100%. Right? You don't have to watch corn. Just like you don't have to go into the strip club. No one told you to go into the strip club. And if you're in the strip club and you're seeing these women and you don't like it, leave. But maybe what we should do is bring back movie houses or something, or some way that it's much more difficult to get into the way to see the actual corn movies. I think we really need to really get into a space where it's not so accessible. But then again, kids have this. Kids have this, people. So kids can take their own videos of themselves, young people, and what this lady said was expose other kids at school. Hi, Lizzie. I think they should be safer. We should help them, not shame them. That's right. Not all. I also want to say this to you guys here today, okay? You might disagree with me, but all the women I know who've worked in not only adult entertainment, but who have worked in strip clubs love it. They love it. Some of them are putting themselves through school. Some of them are just doing it because they make really good money. Some of it like the freedom of having their own sort of business. Okay. I would say the majority of the women, I don't think I can remember a woman that didn't like what she was doing. Okay. Eventually they move on and they got out of it and they did other things. But I would say all the women I know who did it, they liked it. They did it. They moved on from it. So this idea that women are being forced into these kind of jobs is not true. It's actually not true. And I think that when we put these blanket statements over things, there's good and bad with everything we do in this world, people. There's good and bad parts of the internet. There's good and bad parts of platforms. X can be the most toxic, disgusting place in the world. But then again, I also have a really great following there of people who do want me and listen to what I have to say, right? And so these women can make serious bank at these jobs stripping, and they're good at what they do, and it's a skill, whether you want to believe it or not. You go try to slide down that pole. It's not easy. I tried it. It's not easy. Okay? So I wish people would just stop having these blanket ideas of the adult industry. It's many facets of the adult industry. And of course there are some people being forced, just like everything. 100%. But you all making it seem like the whole industry is forcing women. That's just not true. 100% women have been pushed into that space. 100%. I never denied that. That's the dark part of the industry. But the whole industry isn't dark, and the whole industry isn't forcing women to do it. So that's where you need to understand. Just like everything else, okay? Just like cannabis, which is now legal in California, and you can smoke marijuana here legally, people will abuse it now, which they are. They're not just taking their time with it and using it. They're literally abusing it. like everything gets abused. So instead of having that sort of more nuanced conversation, this idea that only women, right? Only women are being abused in that industry. No, they're not. They're not all being abused. That's not true. That is literally not true. I'm going to bring up, I'm really, my throat is getting messed up. I really got to go back to bed. I'm so sweaty and gross. Yeah, like you want to hear it. You don't want to hear how sweaty and gross I am. And like I said earlier, I'm actually not feeling good. So when you have kids, it seems like you get sick. It sucks. So I'm going to bring up a couple of these TikToks and I have to go back to bed. But I really appreciate you guys a lot having the conversation with me about this crazy lady here on X, just totally misrepresenting me. It's disgusting. So I want to bring this one up because these people are totally insane. Listen to this. It's going to blow your mind.
Banned from this library. Focus. If you are someone who thinks that the word cisgender is a bad word, I have a favor to ask. Define it. Seriously, grab a dictionary and look it up, because I'm convinced that 99% of y'all don't know what it means. Cis is a Latin prefix that means same or on the same side as. So if when you were born, they said, it's a boy, and that is the same gender that you feel you are cisgender. Trans, on the other hand, is a Latin prefix.
So these are the people we should be watching out for. These are the people just something about this creepy weirdo. Plus, they've already proven that they talk to young people on the internet. Okay. So instead of attacking me, these are the creeps. I have one more creep for you so you can see the difference. This is an actual creep. This person lures children. There's no doubt.
We're in a very weak position. If this is an addiction, if this is a compulsion for you, whenever you see someone like me, you can't help but do this.
What?
That is undisciplined. You could be manipulated by influencers, church leaders, politicians to do almost anything. If it's a compulsion. If the hate is an addiction.
Look at his eyes.
See, ironically, I've had to...
No, look at his eyes. They're actually just totally demented.
Be very strong, very disciplined as a non-binary person.
What's a non-binary person? I'm mean to you all. I'm not feeling good, so I'm gonna make you all not feel good too.
The position you're in is extremely vulnerable.
The teeth. Oh my God. It's just, so I guess the reason why I picked those two crazy, whatever they are, non-binary trans women, how are these people on the internet with large followings and they're just continually doing this weird stuff? They have a huge following of young people. Did you know that if a young person contacts me to come on my podcast, do you know what I do? I say, how old are you? And I cannot continue to discuss anything further until one of your parents is involved and we have a Zoom call and I talk to them about the next steps. I would never, ever talk to a young person without a parent involved, just so you know. I want you to know that. It's very important to me that you know that I have actual boundaries around that and that in no way, shape, or form do I want to be even near a child, okay? So when people keep calling me the problem, they don't know me. They are making assumptions about me, and they are coming after the wrong person. I am here to help dismantle a very dangerous space that children have gotten into. Corn is not the problem. The problem is bigger than that, and it always has been. And when parents start to not take responsibility for their own parenting and try to blame other people, that is a big, huge red flag. And I really believe this woman who has come after me time and time again will take no responsibility for her bad parenting. And I'll tell you this, I'm cool with you, but if you come after me, game on, friend, game on. So don't come after me because I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to build a bridge with you. And I'm here to make sure children, I don't care what adults do, Cut your arms and legs off and become a beach ball. I keep telling you that. You go right ahead and do whatever you need to do and bounce on down the street, buddy. But when it comes to kids, I will not tolerate this nonsense, okay? I will not tolerate it. And I appreciate you all for having my back. And I appreciate you all seeing what my actual integrity is here and what my actual goal is here. That is very important to me. And so with that, Trample needs to go back to bed because my throat is killing me. And I'm sending you all tons of love. And the next Wednesday is Christmas, I think. Or is it Christmas Eve? I think it's Christmas. I'm going to try to do a slight live. I'm going to be out at my parents' house. Maybe I'll just do a real quick live just to say hi to you all and I hope you're having a great holiday. And so I have some stuff coming out tomorrow as well. And I appreciate you all seriously helping me build this channel. It means a lot to me. And it means a lot that we are making a difference. I used to get like so many hate comments. I don't get hardly any anymore. It's actually shocking. I'm actually shocked. So me and you must be doing something right here. Okay. So have a beautiful holiday. I very much appreciate you all so much. I hope that you can feel it from my heart. And I feel that, if we don't start to build bridges with each other and stop trying to pull each other down, we're not going to get anywhere. Okay. So if something's going on in your life, look at yourself, okay? Stop trying to blame other people because things aren't happening for you. It's not other people. Something's going on with you. Take some control over your own life and take some control over why things are not going the way you want them to. And you will actually see that you have the power to change things if you are owning up to those things. One of the most amazing things I ever learned was humility, okay? Humility is a very, very powerful, happy Hanukkah as well, friend. Humility is one of the most powerful things I learned. And with humility, you gain strength because you're not the end all be all, okay? However you live your life, I will tell you, whatever faith you choose to believe in, whether that be Christianity or Judaism or Buddhism or just the universe, you must have some form of faith in your life because you are not the end all be all. There are powers above and beyond you. And once you connect to those powers above and beyond you and know that you actually have a purpose in this world, and you get to that purpose by humiliating and coming down off of your pedestal and realizing that giving back to the world and understanding that you're allowed to make mistakes and you might have made a mistake along the road, and owning up to those mistakes only make you a much more powerful person. Okay. So have a beautiful rest of your day. And, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm going to go take some vitamin C and go to bed. So I'm sending you all a lot of big love.